offer you your own beverage.
I love that.
I'm like, can I get you something?
Can I get you something?
Like a hummus or like a snack?
Okay.
I need
you want here.
I can't help myself.
I love
Are
it.
you good with this?
You tell me.
Oh yeah, look
I
how
think it's
cute we love.
I'm into it.
Okay, you're
It's
into
like
it?
a hair tiny crooked.
Okay, fix it.
Is that like so much?
Please.
I just.
This is fun.
Questions before we start?
Just know with the headphones there is a left and a right ear.
There is.
So.
Okay.
And then with your mic, so you're gonna want to talk right into the front of it.
Yeah, she's like,
So
she's loud though, so she's fine.
Here.
No, like
Oh.
actual here.
here.
Yeah. Haley fix
Okay.
it for. Why is mine?
And you're gonna want to be here. There we go. Okay, so you'll want it pretty close.
Hello.
And then, so talk into it.
Hello.
Can you hear yourself? And then
Yes.
So you can turn this up and down to hear yourself. So find it.
Hello.
Can you tap this for me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're loud enough. You can hear yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then-
I'm loud.
Yeah.
You're loud. Yeah, you have your own volume here. Yeah, you are loud.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
loud
turn it
too.
down
We're gonna
to
be yelling
loud.
in here. I'm gonna put it just in the front for like both of us
Yeah,
to share.
perfect.
I'm
That's
gonna
how we
just-
did it last time. Yeah.
Did you feel like it was okay?
I was a little quiet when I was listening back to it, but I know that this time, and
I feel like just like
I'll be
lean
like,
in.
excuse me, it's my turn to talk now.
Because it's mostly me talking.
It is. We all know.
I love it.
We're sisters, so I can get really close.
Yeah,
to your
that's
face. It's
not-
not a big deal.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we're good.
I think we're
good.
good.
We're good.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Okay, so is there anything specifically like you guys wanted to tell me beforehand? Or are you guys
No,
just,
I mean, Haley and I, like I said, we were like stalking
Stalked
your
you.
website.
Like an hour straight.
Because I was like, I know there's so many parts of your business, and I feel like since Haley and I are also like building out our new website, I was like, I was just being super nosy and like,
please
because
do.
there's so many details, right? There's so
Yeah.
many details. But I'm like, I really want to talk about Muse because I think people will be interested in the whole like ambassador program. Are you still looking for more people, or are you like tapped out?
Yeah, no, we're good. We're taking more.
Okay,
Yeah, we're over 60 now.
that's
I
amazing.
know.
And I feel like last time I talked to you it was like 25.
Yeah, it's because there was a loss in a bunch of the applications. Like we didn't know that people applied
Mm-hmm.
that did because the form got duplicated.
Okay.
So we had like over 100 more applicants than we originally thought.
What?
That's a lot.
So, well, okay, well,
Okay.
we're gonna. I'm like, don't.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to like really like push right now?
Let's see. Well, we have a ton of education coming up,
Okay.
and the designer upgrade course. We just launched another date because it sold out. We
Okay.
had our first one this past Monday.
Here?
So yeah.
Okay.
It was a virtual class, but
Okay.
then the next time it'll be a virtual or in-person option.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of something that we'll.
Okay. Then,
Here,
yeah, I
I'll
think.
talk
I mean, I
about
think we really focus on like we'll touch on, of course, like the lashes
Yeah.
because that's the whole right
Point.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
We're here.
That's why we're here.
Designer lashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll get into the classes. Let's push the classes,
Yeah.
and then I'm just curious about the Muse and like being an ambassador because I think people are just like interested in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit about you. Even though we talked about you, we're gonna talk about you
We're
more.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's do it.
And then usually I like to start with a glow tip.
Okay.
So this could be like I
Don't
know.
sweat
This could be like anything, like in the morning, part of your routine, like something that you like recommend for other people to do. Like for example, like the last glow tip we had, it's like I told people like light a candle like before your services,
Mhm.
right? So
Mhm.
we want to think like targeted obviously to the beauty industry.
Okay.
And do you have anything like
it. Or like our
Yeah.
first one was like, don't forget like the eyes and the lips, like in the treatment room. When that was
Oops,
on. You're good. Which one are you gonna do that?
I just don't want to run into you.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget to, like, when you're doing a facial, don't forget to treat the eyes and the lips because when you get a facial, lots of times estheticians forget. So it could even be like a lashy tip.
A lashy tip. Okay.
Is that, if it's too much pressure,
Do
No,
you have
it's not
something?
pressure. I'm just thinking. I'm like, there's so many things I have to say.
I know.
So I have to pick one.
Yeah.
You can pick one or two.
Yeah.
Let me think. Sorry.
That's okay.
I feel like maybe something about like a luxury consultation, like
Yes.
take
yes.
consultations
yes.
to the next level.
Yes.
That's my goal.
Because I saw that on your website that says luxury consultation. I was like, okay, what is that?
Like get into the next level, get into the nitty gritty with your clients.
Yeah.
Make sure that you understand fully exactly what they want.
Like,
Like
girl,
that's the low tip.
You're on
Yeah,
it.
it's so good.
That's
so
okay.
good.
That's exactly what we're
So
looking
good.
for.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You're
Ready?
good. Any other questions for us? I feel like
Um,
we're echoing, but it's just gonna echo in here a little
yeah,
bit.
is that bad?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's just reality. Like
Okay.
when you're
This is
podcasting
life,
and you go to other people, yeah. The only
Okay.
way is like if we padded this room and put rugs in, we're not doing that.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe my office would have been better for no echo, but
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Right, because then it'd be smaller quarters.
yeah,
It's fine.
This is great.
This is fabulous.
I'm into it.
Okay. You're into it? I'm into your office. I'm into your office and I'm into your conference room.
Thank you.
I mean,
I'm so into it too. That's my favorite part.
No,
Is this room and that room. I'm like they're like two like separate rooms and they're small. They're like the smallest parts, but they're my favorite parts.
no, honestly, I remember when you sent me the videos when you first got this
Yes!
place, and I was like, oh my god, she has a conference room and an
Yes.
office. Like that, I feel like that's just like businesswoman goals. Right?
I mean, I don't know, but I love it. Like it was always a goal of mine
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited that we
It's
have
my
it.
goal too, so I want a
mean,
conference room.
Who doesn't love a pink conference room with a glass table? Like, this is chic, this is beautiful.
It's
Thank
so
you.
chic.
Thank you. I love it too. Like I'm obsessed with this whole like space. I
It's-
can't wait to actually be able to, like grow our team and stuff here.
Yeah.
And get more people in the back and all that. But it's just it
Right.
all takes time. It doesn't happen overnight.
It doesn't
let
happen
me make
overnight.
sure mine's it's
We're good.
Yeah. Well, thank
Yes.
you for having us. Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband's calling.
Oh yeah, my husband calls too and I never answer.
Same. Sorry, honey.
If he wants to find me, he knows where I am.
Right.
Right. Yeah, thank you for having us in your
Oh.
beautiful space.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So,
Yeah,
we're here.
let's do it.
I need a glow tip for the audience.
All right. Well, I would say that a glow tip of mine would be to really think about how you can level up your consultations. I think having a luxury consultation is basically what sets you apart from other, estheticians or lash artists, whatever you may be doing in the beauty industry. I think if you really think about how you can take your consultations to the next level, that's really what is going to build your loyalty with your clients and really help you to build that clientele and maintain them for years to come.
I mean, I love that. If you guys listen, then you know I'm all about the details. And I feel like having a luxury consultation is all about the details.
All about
Can
it.
you give like an example of like what you mean by like luxury? Because like when I was reading it on your website, it just sounded good to me, right? You just put in that word luxury and you're like, ooh, I want this consultation because it's luxury. Like what does that like mean like for SoCal?
Absolutely. So, sorry. Can we edit this? I'm so sorry.
Yes, we're gonna edit the whole thing.
Okay, sorry.
If there's
Because she
if
just
something
ran by and she's like,
if
I
something weird
do-
is happening,
Okay.
you just pause and then this will be cut out.
okay. Sorry.
So don't worry.
All right. So what I believe a luxury consultation means is it can be kind of different depending on the service, and you can tailor it differently depending on what you're doing. But specifically at our salon, really taking the time to get to know the guest and thinking about we focus obviously on lashes. So thinking about the difference between natural and dramatic, it can mean something completely different to you versus me. I could think that, doing a natural set is natural to me, but once I do it on that client, it might be something that is dramatic to her. So really getting down to being able to talk to them about like, okay, what's your idea of dramatic? What's your idea of natural? And really making sure that you're getting on that same page and really educating the client on exactly what they're going to need to use after the appointment to maintain all of their, lashes and maintaining the health and extending basically their service. That's kind of something that I always think about is like, it's all in the details, as you said. And that's like really what's going to set you apart from the other lash artists or the other beauticians that are in your area. So I really like to get to know my clients, make sure that I am on the same page with them. That is the biggest deal, especially with lashes, because you can't go backwards once you put them on, right? Like if you do something dramatic, it's gonna take a few fills to get back to like a natural. So you really want to nail it the first time and get to know your clients and make sure that you're doing the right thing. We actually just launched a display case where you can display 12 sets of your designer lashes.
That's genius.
And that is really what's gonna, set us apart too at SoCal is we actually are gonna have pre-done styles per lash artist, so that you're actually able to, when you are doing a lash consultation, you're able to show your client like this is what I'm capable of as an artist.
Everyone needs to be doing this, like this, right?
Yeah, this is what I'm capable of as an artist. This is my idea of natural. This is something that is attainable for your lashes. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this shape? And it's really just getting into it and making sure that you're doing what they are wanting, right? That you guys are on the same page and you're able to educate them on what is really realistic for their lashes too. So I think all around just education comes into a luxury consultation. That's really what makes it.
Right, and just like taking a little extra care with that client. They're gonna feel special, there's gonna be more communication, so they're getting the exact service that they want. Because we know we have those clients, I don't really want a full set. So you do like that lighter set and then they're like, no, I wanted like mega volume.
Yeah.
And then you do have the other person that says they want that mega volume and then they're like, oh, this is too much, right?
Yes, absolutely. And that's what really, when we came out with the display case, it was more so for our designer artists that are, wanting to do preset styles and sell them, which is great too. But then we started thinking about it as we were creating our curriculums for our upcoming education, and we were thinking, you know what, we could actually utilize these display cases during your consultations to even take them to the next level and make it even that much more luxurious. So it's kind of awesome how many different purposes it has, but I love the idea of just really educating your clients, getting to know them, and making sure that you're on the same page and that you're getting them exactly the results that they want.
Exactly.
Make them happy.
Hello.
Happy clients return to you.
Yeah, exactly. And without clients, we don't have anything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're here for them, right? So you want to give them the dream service that they deserve, a luxury service.
Yeah.
I think every lash artist needs one of those display cases, like literally.
Oh, literally. I think back to all the times that I had conversations where I'm like, oh, I know this client. I know exactly what she wants. I'm gonna nail this. And then they sat up and they're like, pretty, but I wish they were a little bit denser.
No.
I wish they were a little bit this. And I'm like, I would have just had this display case when I started out. How many clients would have made even happier, when they were able to sit up? So it's just crazy how much it can change the game really for you in lashing. And it's just a simple display case.
It's a simple display case, right? You have to, are they coming with like pre-done sets, or are you having like they're doing them themselves?
So they would do them themselves.
I love that.
So not only could you obviously put them out for your retail section as well, if a client wants to purchase them on the go, or you want to post about them on social media and kind of come up with your own signature look, you can utilize the designer lashes to create those sets. But I also just think of it as a great way to showcase your work to your clients and really just honestly be able to show your difference. Because I even have, we have 3 lash artists here, and they're all so different in their styles that to be able to grab a display case and show the guests, like, this is my style, I'm an artist, this is what I do, and, what of these styles is something that is speaking to you, that you like. I think that is really cool and unique to be able to do, and to showcase that, like, the person next to them might be doing something completely different.
Totally.
And you're all gonna draw different clients, right? It's just it's so fun.
So fun.
And who doesn't love to shop? I mean, we want to shop.
Hello.
I want to shop for lashes.
Shop till we
draw.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Brittany, you do so many things. I'm just so impressed by you, honestly. Like I was telling Haley when we were driving here, when we were stalking your website, like I'm just so impressed because like you are literally taking lashes, in my opinion, to a whole other level. And you've thought of so many things. You've thought of everything. Like I was asking you.
I keep thinking that, but and I think of something new.
That's what's so amazing, right? Keep going. You're on a roll right now. Keep going. I know you're not sleeping, but you're also young. I'm like, how
I can do it.
you can do it. No, girl, do it. You know, it's so amazing, and I think it's just. I hope other people see this as like I can do it too, right?
Absolutely.
Like again, like you're so young. I'm so impressed by you. It's like How long have you actually been lashing?
So I've been lashing since I was almost 18.
Okay.
So I'm 25 now.
Yeah.
A while. Yeah, so a while.
But like, honey, you're just getting started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I do feel like is that I have had enough experience to know where the gaps are and to like where to start, I guess. Which, you know, it's always nice to work with people that maybe aren't in the beauty industry because then you get that fresh perspective, like having my sister-in-law help us with design and with social media and stuff like that has been really nice because she has a fresh perspective and hasn't been in the industry, so she gives a unique side or, you know, a unique point of view. But really when you have a lot of experience, as you know, in the industry, then you kind of already know where to start or where things are kind of missing, and as you're going through your treatment day, you know, what's missing in that and what could you change, and that's kind of, it all stemmed from me just being a lash artist and also a lash educator and working with multiple students, thousands of students, and seeing where those gaps were, and that's just basically where I started in the pandemic.
Well, and then I was gonna say, and then COVID hits, and you have an entirely new business than you had a year ago.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's like, it's scary to even think, but in like such an exciting way, you know?
Totally.
Yeah, but yeah, it definitely has thrown me for a loop. When I think back to last February, I was just like,
Oh my God.
I don't know, training, doing classes. I was teaching students how to apply classics and then, you know, this year, you know, March hit.
Yeah.
And then, oh my goodness, what do we do?
Right. I mean, I feel like you moved fast though, you know, and I feel like both of us have like entirely different businesses than we had a year ago, right? And it's like, I think in the beginning you're like, okay, like we wait this out for a second, right? And then you're like, no, I can't wait any longer, right? So then tell me, like, at what point you come up with the designer lashes idea?
So, okay, so you were one of the first people that I talked to. You were one of the first people that I talked to about designer lashes, and it was crazy because I really was we were all at that like scared, we don't know what we're gonna do, and I purged my retail at my salon. That was the first thing I did, was I created quarantine kits, like quarantine and chill, self-care kits, and it was so fun, and we ended up selling all of our retail. And that really inspired me because that was all through e-commerce, which I had not been, that hadn't been something I was really diving into yet. We really just sold product at our salon prior to our guests only, really, and we didn't really have an online store or anything like that, but COVID kind of inspired me to like try it out because I'm thinking, okay, well, how else are we gonna bring in any sort of income? So I was posting about it on social media, and I knew prior to that I had a lot of students that were following me on social media, would sign up for classes and stuff like that, but I had never tried selling product. And when I came together with those packages and they sold out within like a week, and we literally sold our entire salon's retail within a week. And it was insane to me because I'm like, wait, these products, they were sitting on the shelf for a while, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe I should think about product. And we really we were trying to figure out how we weren't going to lose our clients. That was the number one thing, was how are we going to go through this time without seeing them but still maintain a relationship with them. So the first thing we did was we checked in on them every 2 weeks, and we actually pre-booked their appointments as if they were going to come in every 2 weeks.
You would, and they were all down for it.
And they were all down for it.
And so when you would pre-book that's when you would call and check in, right? Instead of seeing them.
Yeah. So we called, checked in, the girls checked in on their individual clients, and they would just, check in on them. How are you doing? Do you need us to bring you anything? Like, just make, the neighborly thing to do, but also it was really nice because it maintained a really good relationship with them. And then as we started kind of like testing the theory of designer lashes, which I was just like, there has to be a way for us to do their lashes without them being in store. I literally would wake up at like 3 a.m. and just think about how am I going to touch their face without touching their face?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I was like, I have to figure this out.
Yeah.
And you guys saw like my clipboard and just the makeshift workspace that we came up with on the spot.
Right.
And the lashes that we first started with were like the I don't know, drugstore Kiss ones, you know, like the duo glue. I don't even know what I was doing. Adele's, I was just buying everything and just kind of, I was like cutting them and then trying to like put lashes on them, and I just was trying to figure it out. And finally, when we were able to really see that you could apply them to a strip lash, and that you could get a new shape to them and you could shape them yourselves, I was like, you know what, this is huge. Yeah. And then I just started working on the product from there.
So
ended
crazy.
up creating it.
And then here you are.
Here we are.
With a full-blown, huge e-commerce business.
Yes.
Like,
Which is like crazy.
It's crazy.
So we launched in July
Okay.
of last year, really. It was like we had tested it kind of like May through June, and then July we really launched like SoCal Pro.
Yeah.
And we helped over 1,000 artists within 6 months.
Wow.
We sold over 8,000 kits.
That's amazing.
It was just it blew up overnight, really.
It did.
Yeah, it really was insane. I actually like couldn't even believe it myself.
Yeah.
Right? You know, we were shipping and fulfilling from my garage.
I know.
And it became so like the shipments became so high in the garage. Nothing was fitting anymore. It's like getting into my living room. We were just outgrowing it, and then we came upon this space here, which is now our headquarters. Oh my gosh, wow.
Headquarters.
No. I just say that word, like HQ, it's fine. This is, welcome to SoCal Beauty HQ. It has a good ring to it.
It sounds nice.
And it was awesome because this was kind of like, it felt like this space was just meant to be. It actually used to be an old hair salon.
Okay.
And so they had like their setup stations, and it just felt like home as soon as I walked in. It was messy. It was actually the worst color combinations I could have ever seen in my life, but I looked at this place and I saw it done, like in my head, you know?
It had good bones.
And it had good bones, and I like knew that we could ship and fulfill in the back, and eventually, if California would ever let us take in-store guests again, I knew that there would be an area for that, and here we are, yay, now we can take the guests.
Yay.
But it just, it all came together, and the girls I was able to actually keep my staff this whole time.
That's amazing.
Because of designer lashes.
Right, it saved you saved your business, and it saved your girls' like jobs.
Yes, saved
Which
my
is
girls'
amazing.
jobs and saved multiple other lash artists' jobs and business.
Wow.
Right, and now I think there's lash artists all over the country, all over the world that are probably doing this more than they're even like seeing hands-on clients.
Yes, so specifically Canada is in a lockdown, and they have been for I think the past like 3 or 4 months now. And so we have a lot of Canadian artists that are like just full-time doing this.
Yeah.
And then we've had tons of artists that have even taken, like we just had our designer upgrade course. It's an advanced class for designer lashing, and we were talking to some of the students in the class, and they're like, you know what, I'm not doing lash extensions in person anymore.
Wow.
I'm going to be doing designer lashes because it's something that I enjoy. I can work from home or not have the overhead of a salon or booth rent, and it's appealing to them.
Yeah.
And it's appealing to multiple different lifestyles and types of artists. Our artists here, they still take the designer lash virtual appointments here as if the guest was here. So they just pop in on our front desk and do their virtual appointments, and then they come straight to their stations and they do the sets and ship them out same day. So it's like,
amazing.
It's just kind of been this perfect service that's just fit into the lash world.
Well, and it's like, it's so flexible, right?
Yes.
As you're saying, you could do it in between like physical appointments, other physical lash appointments, or if you're offering other services.
Yeah.
Or you could be doing it at home. And again, let me just break it down really quick for people, or maybe have you break it down. So it's literally it's magnetic liner, and then it's a hand done strip, right? But break it down for us.
Yes, so we created basically a strip lash that we now call designer lashes. It's 3 to 6 millimeters all the way across, and they're spaced out lashes, and it's a magnetic strip. So the reason that piece is really important is because it hadn't been done before, A, but B, what's really nice about that is you're able to complete sets on top of them and completely camouflage the strip below. So that's important, because if you were trying to like place on top of another, set, you would totally see what was underneath it, and the previous shape. So to be able to have these really thin, kind of sparse lashes and be able to completely customize them into any shape or style that you want, that is kind of the true difference. And then we paired it with not only a black magnetic liner, but we also formulated a clear magnetic liner, and both of our liners, the felt tips, are universal liners, so they can be used with both magnetic lashes and regular strip lashes, because they have magnetic components as well as more of like an adhesive stick to them, so they're dual purpose. And so that's what's awesome, is that you can actually truly get the lash extension look with designer lashes, because you can be using a clear liner.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, yeah. It's really, really cool. And then you can, complete your sets. We have kits that they come in, so we have like a holographic kit. It comes in, and you're able to actually turn the kit around, slap a shipping label on it, and ship it out to your guests. So it's all kind of done for you.
You've thought of literally everything. You've thought of everything.
I don't know of everything.
Okay, well, there's
that
probably
I
a couple things, but like you've really thought about each specific detail, and making it easier for probably yourself, for your girls, and now for lash artists like all over. So I love that. I think it's amazing, and I think also because yes, this is skin in the city, but lashes are skin's best accessories.
That was the hottest thing you've ever said. I literally wake up every morning and I want to recite that now.
You should.
That's
it's like a mantra.
Yes, that's my new mantra, you guys. I love it.
I love it too. Take it. Use it.
I'm using
it's
it.
Yours. Yes, think about me when you say it.
I'm going to. Every morning.
But it's so true, and I think also because we're talking to all beauty professionals, and I think it's so cool, I'm a skincare girl. I've always been a skincare girl, but with our licenses as estheticians or even Cosmo, you can do so many things.
I love that about the beauty industry.
I know, including being an inventor like Brittani.
Aww.
But you are.
You are. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you.
So that's like, cheers to you. Congrats to you.
It's like so inspiring to hear these amazing ideas that you've come up with. I'm like, what's next?
Whoa, we've got a lot in the works.
I'm not surprised.
I'm tired just thinking about it for you.
It's funny. I've never been one to sleep, so it's fine. Like this is
you really just don't sleep.
No, even prior to COVID, this is just me.
Just pray.
I just run on, I don't know, the energy of everyone around me. I love to just create things and do things. Like even before COVID, even with trainings and traveling, I was traveling and gone every weekend.
Yeah.
Practically back and forth from the East Coast and West Coast, and it's just like, I don't know, I just love this industry so much, and I love the people that I get to be with and work with and create with, that it doesn't feel like work to me.
Right.
And almost if I'm stuck at home for a amount of time, I'm like, get me out of here.
Pulling your hair out.
Yeah. So it really just doesn't feel like work to me. I guess that's why I do so much.
I get it because I'm the same way. I just don't have as much energy as you anymore because I'm getting old. I'm getting old, Brittani. I'm getting old. There's like two. He was staring at my gray hairs right now.
No.
She's pointing them out to me.
There's like two aggressively gray ones.
There's two aggressively gray ones. Yeah, but I'm like, do it. Give me a little piece of your energy.
It's inspiring.
It is. Yeah. It is. And I think it's just like, if you want to do something, just do it.
Absolutely.
You were the perfect example of that.
Don't wait on it.
Don't wait.
Don't wait on it.
Even if you think it's stupid or you think it's simple or you think someone else has done it, do it your own way, right?
Exactly.
Do it your own way.
I love that.
And again, it's just like you've thought of every single thing plus some. So amazing. I wanted to talk about your ambassador. Is it an ambassador program?
Yeah, it's an
called
ambassador
Muse?
style.
What style?
Yeah, an
Okay.
ambassador style
'Cause
program.
I selfishly just want to know because I've been thinking about doing some stuff for my own business.
Yeah.
And I think maybe there's other people that want to do it for their business, or they're interested in becoming a muse or becoming an ambassador and working with an amazing brand like yours.
Yeah, so well, thank you, and I'm excited to share about it because it really is such a fun program. So when thinking about adding an ambassador style program, I really was hung up for a long time, it felt like, on what we would name it, because I know that sounds like so dramatic,
No, the names
but
are important.
I really have been wanting to launch an ambassador program for probably a little bit more than 6 months now, but I just could not figure out what I wanted the name to be. I was like so stressed over it. But really when I started thinking about all of the different names, and Muse was one that I thought about, and I was so obsessed with it instantly. And I looked up like the definition of muse, which is an inspiration, someone's inspiration for art.
Love that.
And how perfect, because when I really think about all the things that we've created, really my inspiration was all of these lash artists.
Yes.
It wasn't just one lash artist,
Right.
it was all of them, but you can take on that concept of being like an inspiration for somebody's, art or something that they do. And so I really loved that concept, and it just kind of kept replaying in my head. And so then my sister-in-law actually came up with the tagline "Made to Inspire." We were kind of like coming together with it and throwing all these taglines out there.
Yeah.
When I think about those type of brainstorming sessions, like, don't you say some funny things?
Those are our favorite ones.
They are.
Yeah, but they end up being so good. And so, so the program is called Muse, and basically we have now over 60 muses.
So amazing.
Which is awesome. We had over 100 applications right away, and we're still accepting more. We're accepting them in kind of waves at this point, but we are so excited because basically these muses are able to take on our education courses that are coming up. They get to take them first.
Okay.
They also get discounts on product. They also are able to test product for us that we are considering coming out with, which we have a lot in the works on with that. So being able to test product beforehand is so helpful because we're gaining feedback from, artists all over the place that are in multiple different, areas. So they have different types of clienteles. Also in the lash world, even something such as like your weather, your humidity, those type of things affect different products that you are working with. So to be able to gain feedback on those things and just make sure we're in the right direction for, certain products, that's really helpful and nice. And then we get to work alongside them and, really help them tailor and grow their business.
Right.
So it's just so much fun. It's a fun program to be a part of. We just launched it, and so far we're rocking and rolling with it.
You're rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I have a question.
That's a good question.
I do have questions. Yeah, I was stalking the website before we came. So Muse, so what does that look like for them? Like, is that something that they're working on projects with you daily? Is it weekly? Like, how does a day in the life of a muse look?
Oh my goodness, a day in the life of a muse. The program definitely is, as we're growing and really kind of getting the scheduling and all of that stuff down. But really, they are working with us more so on a monthly basis. As far as like we get together, we're getting together on like Zoom meetings. We actually have one tonight, a work it webinar is what we call them, on specific things. So tonight's on placement styles for designer lashing. So we're really trying to make sure that they are the top, most educated guest of our products. So that if anyone has any questions, or if they are, posting about it on their social medias or whatnot, that they're able to answer a lot of questions as well.
Right.
Which is really nice. And they, they do post about us a certain amount of times a week. But the thing about it is that I really love is I've been a part of ambassador programs in the past where it was like, you have to post this amount and this and this and that. And, people can get hung up on that. And I I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want our program to be like that.
Yeah.
So we're not like policing anyone. If you don't post about us 3 times in 1 week, we're not gonna like drill sergeant and throw you out of our program.
Right.
No. But the idea is that you love our product so much and we love you so much, and we're trying to work together to really build our beauty brand together. And so we're hoping that at least 3 times a week, that's something that you're gonna naturally just post about.
Yeah.
And want to talk about.
Right.
And really what we're loving is that because designer lashes are something that can be sold online, like, you know, with lash extensions, you're trying to get a booking for an in-store appointment. Whereas with designer lashes, you're really trying to get like more of an online sale that's more instant.
Yeah.
So, and that you can see results from right away. So if these muses are taking our advice on how to do that and posting more frequently and really taking on the way that we've kind of been teaching them to produce content, then they're gonna see better results and build their businesses faster.
Sure.
So we're really trying to do multiple things at once.
I mean, but you're training, you're teaching them how to post on social. It's mutually beneficial for your business and for their business.
Yes.
And it's
absolutely.
like the more they put into it, the more they get out of it, right?
Yes. And we really, we want the muses to want to be a part of the program and to want to post about us and to, want to grow their designer business.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really has worked out and everyone has just been loving the program so far. We just had our first course on Monday and that was just so much fun, and to be able to see things that we've been working on, the curriculum, and then specific products that are going to be coming out, to see them in use, and for the muses to be like, yes, this is
right.
You're on the right track,
right.
and this is awesome.
Yeah.
That just makes it all worth it. It makes it so worth it.
That's awesome. So you said you have 60 currently. Are you still taking applications? Are you still open for more?
Yeah, so we're reviewing them about once a quarter, the applications. So currently we are kind of like maxed out for this quarter, but we're going to be reevaluating in the next quarter for more muses. So yeah, anyone can apply at any time on our website.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just need to be licensed.
Yes, so a licensed esthetician, and then on our site there's actually like a beauty verification tab, so it verifies your license just to make sure, and then you can sign up there.
So cool. I love it. And then I know you mentioned this a little bit with the muses, they're getting the training first, but then you're also putting out, how often are you putting out training for lash artists and is it for the designer lashes as well? It's for everything, right?
Yeah, so we're it's so exciting. Education is so exciting right now because we didn't know when our in-store services were ever going to be allowed in California.
Yeah.
So we kind of thought like, oh, let's amp up education and be able to have, some classes here at the salon at HQ. And it's been nice because our team, we worked really hard on creating some awesome curriculum. So we have obviously our online module, designer lashing, that you can take at any time to really learn about designer lashes and kind of get the basics.
Okay.
And just kind of that's your starting point if you're looking to get into designer lashes. And then we have our new designer upgrade course. That is an advanced designer lashing course. So we go through 5 different placement methods for designer lashing to get specific styles, and we really dive deep on making sure that you guys feel comfortable as students taking your virtual appointments, and then also designer business, like where does designer lashes fit into your life?
Right.
Because we have, students that are working from home, we have students that own salons and have multiple stylists. So we actually do one-on-ones in the classes and come up with like a game plan for you to kind of help you kind of reach that next level.
Okay.
With designer lashes.
Okay.
Because we want to tailor a game plan for you and really see it through. And then we actually did create a course for basic volume, classic and volume.
Okay.
Which is awesome. It's going to be a 4-day course, which most classic and volume combo courses are 2 to 3 days maximum, but we're actually going to do a 4-day because I just really feel like if you're brand new to the industry, you're gonna need some practice.
Yes.
And I wish I would have had a 4-day course.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, if we're creating a course, I want it to be the way I wish it would have been for me.
100%.
So we do have that course as well as a volume course and a mega volume course, all coming and available on the site to sign up.
Amazing. And you said they can do that in person or online.
Yes.
Okay.
All of them can be either fully virtually attended
Mm-hmm.
or attended in person.
Okay, and that's for brand new lash artists. That's for someone who's just getting in, right?
So the basic, it's called #basic. That course, that's our classic and volume course combination class, and that is for a brand new lash artist. Yes.
Okay, so you're hitting like new people, middle
Oldies but goodies, all of us. Everyone is welcome here.
Everybody.
all levels.
I mean, this is perfect because I get so many questions. Where do I find training?
Yes.
Who's good? Here you go, guys.
Yeah, and our team is, I mean, I can't think of anyone else to learn from. They're experts, not only with, my experience for almost 10 years now,
Yeah.
and then all of my team has had almost the same amount of experience, and they have had experience in the past being educators for other brands, and so to be able to create this curriculum together, really get down to the nitty-gritty of exactly what we know students need,
Yeah.
and really combining that too with the product. That has been, I think that is our huge point of difference, is just being able to completely tailor the entire experience with the products. It's epic.
Right. You have to, it's all together.
It's all together.
You're like, here you go. I'm going to give you this product. I'm going to train you. And then you're going to go make a ton of money.
Yes. And, okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting on a tangent here.
Do it.
We love
But
tangents.
with designer lashes too, if I would have been able to wear my own sets when I first started
It's
lashing,
genius.
are you kidding me?
I know.
I would have made millions.
You would. You're on your way, girl.
No, it's the concept of that is so crazy to me because our whole, push now is going to be keep practicing until you would buy your own work.
Yes.
Keep practicing
Yes.
until you would wear your own lashes, okay? Keep on mastering your craft until you would buy from you.
Totally.
And that's really like where the whole training and the education, we're going to be involving designer lashes, whether you're taking a designer lash course or one of the lash extension classes.
Yeah.
We're going to be involving it all because they all go hand in hand and complement each other, and I think it'll make the experience as a student just so much better.
Right.
And make you feel more confident leaving.
For sure, right? And yeah, more training than less, especially in this industry.
Yes.
Right? Like,
Absolutely.
we need it.
We have to have it.
We have to.
We have to
Because we're not learning this stuff in school, as we know.
Yes.
You know?
Girl,
Right?
no we don't.
No, we really don't. But that's why we need people like you that are willing to put in the energy and work to train other artists, because I mean, that in itself is a lot of work, the training and the preparation for that. And I'm sorry, and some people might disagree with me, but you have to have the experience. You have to.
Yes.
If you're getting training for someone who just got out of school, like,
No.
and this is not to talk bad, but no.
No.
Right? But no, honey. But it's like, look, yes, you're young, right? And I started when I was young as well. I started in the industry when I was 18. And I've learned a lot along the way. But if I even started trying to train 2 years in, 3 years in, maybe even 5 years in, like, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you need to learn from someone who's like done it. You've lived it, right? You've lived every aspect of this industry, specifically the lashes for you, right? It's like you've done it all. And I think if you want training and you want success in your own career and your own business, then go get the proper training from someone like Brittani.
Oh my goodness.
No, but like honestly.
I do agree with that. Like having an experienced trainer is key. It really is.
It is, and I don't know what you think about this, but I feel like there's been this like over glamorization of like, I'm a trainer, right? Everyone wants to be a trainer, and that's not to talk, like, if that's what you're really passionate about, which it's so obvious that you are, then go for it. But what do you think about this? Like, I just feel like everyone's trying to be a trainer or a coach and again, I can't talk because I'm doing a lot of that too, but again, I've also been in this industry for 15 years.
Yeah.
And this is just like the path it's taken me on, and I love people and I love helping. But if you're straight out of school,
maybe take a minute.
Take a minute to master your craft.
Yeah.
And really, really make sure that it's something you're passionate about. I completely agree with you, by the way.
Okay.
I've had tons of students over the years that, they take the class and then they're like, okay, so how do I be you?
Hold on, honey.
And I'm like, no, and I love that because
Of course.
obviously it's like so, it is so sweet and it is something that is such a
it's a compliment. It's
Yeah.
flattering, and
Yeah.
you make it look so glamorous, and you make it look fun and easy.
Absolutely.
But it is not.
No.
And then also, I feel like if you really want to go on that path, like you need to have the experience before you can help someone else.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's the truth. Is like, and I also do think that it's okay. I think, as you were saying before, everyone feels like that's their next step. And it's like, you don't have to make that your next step.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this a little bit
I
on
think
the
we did
live.
too.
We did.
But like, it bothers me
Me
that
too.
so many students feel that, okay, I'm a lash artist now, I'm certified, so I have to become a trainer now.
Right.
No.
That you
Who
don't
said
have
that?
to. You don't have to at all. You could actually, Sophia's right behind you, she will tell you, I don't want to do education.
Yeah.
I love working here and I love taking guests, and that's my career. I want to be the best lash artist in our area, and I want to be slammed with clients.
Yeah.
And like, that is her thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she wants to do.
We need people like that.
Yes. Especially salon owners.
I know. Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's keep her coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like it's such it's put this, kind of idea in people's head that they're not successful unless they've hit that next step, and that's just simply not true. You can be successful in the path that you're taking, and if that path is taking you through education, absolutely go for it, and that's amazing. But you don't have to go through it to be successful.
You don't. And
At all.
I'm just gonna keep pounding this in people's
Yeah,
heads.
let's pound it in people's heads.
Right? Like, it's okay that you just went to esthetician school and now you want to be an esthetician.
Yeah.
What are the concepts, right?
What a concept.
And I think again, I think a lot with like social media, there's just like this, right? Because we're seeing, I'm a trainer and take this class and do this, and it's like bombarded like in your face.
Yes.
You're thinking, well, do I need to be a trainer and do I need to be doing this stuff? And it's like, unless it's a true calling for you, a true passion, like stick to what you love.
Yes, because I gotta tell you too, like with being a trainer specifically, when do I take clients?
You don't,
You
right?
don't.
Yeah, we
No.
looked on your website. You don't.
Yeah, that was one of my
I don't.
questions.
I don't have time for that. Are you kidding me? I can't even fit anything into my day. Anything else. So it's like, I think sometimes when it is glamorized online or on social media, people think, oh, I can do it all.
Yeah.
But really, when I was in the past maybe trying to do it all, taking clients, traveling and training, running my salon, managing my team.
Remember, guys,
all
she
of-
doesn't sleep.
I mean, I don't sleep, so I do have some extra hours in the day. but it's like being spread thin that much is so hard.
It's not.
And your clients aren't getting the 100% that they deserve. So when you're thinking about getting into training or education, you really have to think about weighing out like the pros and cons of that and how it's going to affect your clientele and your lifestyle and because now most education in the beauty industry is Sundays and Mondays.
Right.
Are you willing to work on those days when you haven't, in the past, and you usually have days off? Those are things to all think about. There's so much that goes into it. But yeah, I think that social media makes it look easy.
Yeah.
Social media makes people think that has to be their next step, and it's just simply not true. And to be a rock star esthetician, a rock star lash artist, a rock star hairstylist, like that in itself is so incredible. That is something to be extremely celebrated. If you build a clientele, are you kidding me? That is such hard work.
It's such hard work.
It's such hard work. So that should be celebrated.
It really should.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we should talk about this for a second too, like building a clientele, because I think you and I like gone down kind of similar paths where like we were working on clients, right, for years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're owning our own business, and then things are evolving, and then somehow we're completely out of the treatment room now. Okay, right?
How did that happen?
Like,
Right? Out? No.
I think for you and I, like, we love like the business part and like the what's next and all the new things. Do I miss being as hands-on? Yeah. And do I touch like 1 or 2 faces a week just because it makes me happy? Yeah. But that's not like where like my heart is anymore. That's not where like my business is going, right? You kind of have to go with the business.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? So it's like
it's like it's weird, you know, because you get into it thinking like I'm gonna do this, and then now you're doing something else.
Right.
But it's fun. It's like it's so much fun. Like I love what I'm doing here, and I do. You know what I miss the most about taking clients is the tea, the piping hot tea. Okay, that I miss the gossip.
Me
I
too.
love it.
Me too.
And so to have my office be next to all the
can you hear it?
Of course I do. Oh my gosh! And I come in and I talk to them. I'm like, oh my god, because I gotta know the tea.
Gotta know the tea
on everyone's life.
I mean, that's why we get into this industry too, right? We want to know all the hot gossip.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you're saying
in on the trends, and
yes.
I want to know what people are doing outside of this building because I'm here. Okay, right. I'm here.
You're
so they fill me in, and I love that part of clients is just the personal one-on-one, and getting to know them, getting to know their life, and getting all the gossip. But I also, you know, I felt like I wasn't able to have that full experience and that full time with them towards the end of, you know, kind of fizzling out of having a clientele. But what I did do, which I love, is that I gave my clients to my girls here. So I still see a lot of them. And we have clients that have literally come to my house in my bedroom when I was 17 that still come here.
So cool.
You know, so it's really cool because as we said before, with luxury consultations and really just getting to know your clients and loving them and remembering things, I think that should be another glow tip.
Yes,
that's my favorite one.
Let's talk about this. If you do not remember things about them, their lifestyle, their family, their kids, it is going to be extremely hard for you to build a clientele.
It is.
You have to remember the details of your guests. Even if that means after they leave, you need to write a little note down of things and review it before they come in. I just feel like that is something that sets you apart and builds the loyalty so fast. You get to know your guests. I mean, as lash artists, we see like our guests every 2 weeks, so we only really need about up to like 60 clients to be considered a full-time lash artist.
Right.
So really, you just get to know those people.
Right.
They become your ride or dies. They're your reason for having a stable income at the end of the day. Right. So get to know them and love them.
Right.
And when they come in, ask them how their kids are and know the kids' names.
Oh my gosh.
Know the kids' names and the dog's name and how their vacation was. I mean, we talked about this before. Like, so you're nailing all the things.
Near and dear to our heart.
It is like customer service, and like you said, you should remember. And if you can't remember,
write it down.
Make notes about every single client, and then eventually over years. Right, they become they're a friend, and it comes natural.
Yeah.
I mean, I had very similar experiences where I had clients that started with me when I was 18, and they watched me date and cry and get married and start a business. Like, they go through with you in life. Is that
they go through life?
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
You know
we get it.
That's the dyslexia kicking in full force. But it's so important, and also like I can tell even the way you're talking, like it brings you so much joy that you had those experiences with those clients.
I love it.
I do too.
Because it's my clients.
I know.
And I still call them my clients.
They are.
I love my guests.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't that why you got into the industry?
Yeah,
right?
because you love people and you love to get to know people and make them feel beautiful, whether that's internally or externally. Like it's just, you know, making people feel good. There's nothing better than that feeling. Right?
There's nothing better.
I love this.
I mean, that's why I think most of us get into this industry, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe we want to feel better, right? And we're kind of caretaker-ish type people, and then we want to do the same thing for other people. We want to make them look beautiful on the outside, but we want to make them feel good too.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, if you can hone in your own original skills, you're gonna have a bomb clientele.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can build that clientele with designer lashes too. Just saying.
Boom.
Because for real,
Yeah.
like we've been able to talk to people, and during the pandemic, you just connect so much deeper.
Yes.
We're like, please call me.
They're like, hi, hello. I've never had people so excited to talk to me.
Yeah.
Which has been so fun. But during our virtual consultations, you're really getting to know these people.
Yeah.
And I always like think of it, I'm like, I'm being invited in their home right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like seeing them and they're on their couch. I feel like I'm being invited in, and it is so nice, and you really can build relationships. I think people get afraid of, doing the virtual thing. Technology can be, it's like, you're not used to it yet, so it can be a little intimidating, but I really have found that even with virtual consults, and I know you were doing virtual consults for skincare too, and I think that you can still maintain really good relationships virtually and build them too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So really whatever avenue you're going in the beauty industry, you can still have that connection with people that you love and that you're excited to make them look and feel their best.
For sure. Even for me personally, because, I'm not seeing as many people, through email, through Zoom, you can still make connections with people like that. It just takes a different kind of effort. If you put a little extra energy into it, people are going to notice.
Yeah.
And people want to talk to other people right now, right?
More than
Yeah.
ever.
More than ever.
Yeah. So yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Can we see you in person?
I am so glad you guys are here, by the way.
Oh my God.
It's so fun. And it's so funny to me too that like we have known each other but not known each other.
I know.
This is our first time meeting in person.
It's so weird. But it doesn't feel like we just met.
No.
Yeah. That's the other cool thing about social media. Yeah, I was like saying how, it's like the glamorization of training.
Yeah.
Which it's good and bad, right? But also the other amazing thing about social media is I've met so many people like you. Like I would have never met, like how would have I met you? But we literally became friends like through DMs and sending each other videos. Like you sent me your lashes. I was one of the first people. Like you sent me this beautiful video of this space before you had moved in. Like it's so cool that you can build a relationship, and I feel like we're
proof of that.
We are proof.
You know what?
Proof of that.
Anytime someone says they can't, I'm just gonna send them a picture of us.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Because it really is true. I always, I do think about social media because it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
You can compare yourself to other people,
Yeah,
and like there is a dark side to social.
For
we
sure.
know this.
It's getting darker too.
Yeah. But we're gonna stay on the sunny side. And really, there are so many pros to it as well. There are the connections that you can make with people, the businesses that can be built from it, the increase of visibility that brands may never have had, and now they're given the opportunity at the tip of someone's fingers.
Right.
So it's just so crazy how social media has so many sides to it, but there really are some really beautiful sides to it. And
Absolutely.
for myself, I don't think we would be where we are at all if it wasn't for social media.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, do you feel like because of social media, you were able to grow this business into what it is now?
Yeah, I really do feel like a year ago, when we were just about to go through the shutdown, if we would have went through and not done, designer lashes or not really released them to other lash artists, I really don't know if we would have even made it.
Yeah.
There's no way to
Probably not.
Probably
Because
not.
speaking from experience, where I did have to let go of a lot of my girls, and I had to let go of my big studio. I mean, I was on a different path because my end goal was to have more flexibility in my schedule, and I could do a whole podcast on that. But without being innovative, you could have lost everything, right?
Yeah.
And without social media.
And that is the thing too, is without having done the the back end work, the long years of growing my social media account and building my audience and really interacting and engaging with them and caring about them.
Yes.
You know, like truly every single time I've gone to beauty events or, you know, done any sort of trainings, I've always connected with my students on social media and made sure to maintain that connection. And so I feel like over the years I've built a really like trustworthy following with my followers.
You have. It's so
They
obvious.
can count on you.
Yeah, they can count on me. They know that
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just like come out with something crazy. You know what I mean? I mean maybe sometimes, but like you know, they know and have seen me, and I really let people in. I feel like a lot.
You do.
I talk to them every day. I feel like we're very similar
Yeah.
in that sense. I'm not gonna like hide my bad days on social media.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know like, oh my gosh, life is crazy today. I'm drama. It's fine. And that I think is relatable to people. People want to relate to people.
Yeah.
And they want to know that, you know, where they're putting their dollars is not into like something fake or phony.
Yep.
You're like a
And
real person
you're
with
a
a
real
real
person.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why designer lashes really did take off, is because I was very open, honest, and upfront that this was something I was testing.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was going
Right.
to go well. We're doing it at our salon.
Yeah.
It's working. Our clients are loving it. And at first I was like, you know, we're just getting tons of inquiries from lash artists. So if you want to purchase this from us, you can. I want to help as many people as we can. But I was so upfront and honest that this was something brand new. And I think that is really what made people like, okay, you know, I'll try it. And then over time, as we grew it and perfected it and made sure that everything was, you know, the way we wanted it, now it's like we've built this following that is just loyal. They've been through this whole process with us.
Yeah. That's
and
amazing.
they feel like they're a part of the reason it's successful, and they are.
They are.
And I give them that credit.
And as you should.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting up there like, oh, I did everything. Which,
Yeah.
you did. You came up with the idea, but without those people, do you have a product?
No.
Or who cares if you have a product if no one's buying it?
Exactly.
And the other thing, again, like we were talking about, like if you hadn't established that relationship for all those years and built that trust in your following, in your clientele, and you haven't put in the work, you wouldn't be sitting here. So even though we were saying, yeah, you're a quote unquote overnight success, you're really like, you've been putting in the work since you're 17 years old.
7 years, but also an overnight success.
That's just how it is though, right?
You just never know when you're gonna get your moment, right?
Exactly.
That's really what this comes down to, is don't ever give up on, you know, even if you come up with an idea and it doesn't work out, don't give up, because you never know when you're just gonna hit that right moment.
It's so true. And then you might hit another one too that's even better. And then you might do another one that doesn't do so well.
Yeah.
And that's okay too.
That's fine.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.